chest now. Say it with your chest now. I'm young, I'm free. Can't nobody take me here and now. It's my time to run it out. It's my time. It's my time to ride it. I'm young, I'm free. Can't nobody take me here and now. It's my time to run it out. It's my time. It's my time to ride it out. It's your time. Oh, cheers to all the haters, cause you proved to me that rising to the top was my destiny. And you can see whatever from behind me, but
I'm still fly. I'm still fly. I know. Hey, what's happening, everybody?
I'm still fly.
As always, it's your boy Onyx here at Going Full Nerd. Let me go ahead and fade this music out.
I could be a hater like you.
To you. All right. So what's happening, everybody? Once again, it's Sunday, 6 p.m. or reasonably close, and it's your boy Onyx here at Going Full Nerd. Yo, I'm going to try to keep this week's episode kind of mellow, kind of short, kind of sweet. I know that we've got a lot of, I try to keep the energy high. I try to keep the energy banging. But I think many of us caught a shock this weekend, or at least caught a shock the other day when we were notified of the passing of Chadwick Boseman. But before we get to talking about that a little bit, let's go ahead. I got to do it. It's a tradition. Even though there is a top box office for this week, I am going to skip it. I am not going to do it. I will talk about the top box office in a video I'm going to drop later this week when I talk about and review the New Mutants movie, which I just saw. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that. Not going to talk about it tonight. Not going to talk about it during this podcast. I'm going to talk about it later this week, and you can leave your comments on that. But the shameless plug goes as follows, okay? Just remember, check out the podcast. You can check it out on anchor.fm/goingfullnerd. You can also hear the podcast on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you consume your audio podcast needs. So you can listen on the way to work, you can listen on the way to the bathroom, you can listen while you're sitting in the bathroom doing your thing. It is what it is. Also, I'm glad to see that you're here watching the video on youtube.com/goingfullnerd. And you can also check out the website goingfullnerd.com. And as always, you can look below. Please follow me on Twitter, which is at Onyx ONYXXX1969 for typical internet buffoonery. Now we have finished with the shameless plug. I also would like to say, thank goodness, a lot of people, mark themselves mark themselves safe from Hurricane Laura that hit Louisiana and in the Gulf Coast. I just hope that everybody else, wasn't impacted as hard, and if they were impacted hard, hope that they are able to recover quickly. Whew, got all that out the way. 2020. I'm beginning to really not like this year. This has not been a year for too much of anything. But I think we were all taken for a shock this weekend when we found out about the passing of the actor Chadwick Boseman. Now, a lot of people have been online. You've had people trying to profit off of this. I guess they talked about Sean King trying to sell books while providing his condolences. It is what it is. People are going to do what they're going to do. I'm not here to condemn. I'm not here to condone. But I just kind of want to bring out a little bit of what I was thinking at the time I found out about this. Now think about it. Being iconic, okay? Being iconic. It's not something that people set out to do. as an individual, we should all, and maybe you or I know I try, I try to set out just to make a difference one small step at a time. Okay? Try to give everything that I do my best effort. Sometimes that best effort isn't real good. Sometimes that best effort is like, excuse me, bang, pow. But giving that best effort is all that people can ask for. All right. And, nowadays it just seems like people get up in arms about the wrong things and, watching the wrong things and escalating the wrong things. And then, just like many of us this weekend, boom, you get hit with something that's going to give you a harsh reality check. Okay. A harsh reality check. So the other day, Friday, I was going through my Twitter feed and my Facebook feed Friday night, and you saw post after post about the passing of actor Chadwick Boseman. Okay. For those who don't know who Chadwick Boseman is, I'm sure everybody does. He's the actor that most famously played Black Panther. That's what people have been putting out. He played Black Panther, and all that. Now, why did this touch so many people like it did? Why did it? Was it because he was a great actor? Actually, yeah, he was a great actor. Is it because he gave strength and power behind the characters he portrayed in his films? I mean, think about it. He portrayed Jackie Robinson, James Brown, Supreme Court Justice Thurgood Marshall. I'm not even bringing up the fictional character of T'Challa, the Black Panther. Look at these icons he portrayed in films, okay? Or is it because Black Panther made $1 billion in the box office? And the fact that it was a predominantly African American or Black cast, however you want to call it, it was a Black superhero, first of its kind, to reach that kind of monetary benefit in the box office. I mean, we've had Black superhero films. We've had Blade. We've had the comedies, Meteor Man, but none have had the impact of what Chadwick Boseman did portraying one fictional character, Black Panther. It is what it is. Now, I really don't know why everybody is all, touched by this. I only know why I was touched by it, okay? I can only tell you why it actually touched me. Cancer, all right? Colon cancer specifically. This man did some of his greatest performances. He did the Infinity War, Endgame, Black Panther, 42, Thurgood Marshall. Come on, man. Okay, he did it while battling colon cancer. He was working through chemotherapy. He was working through exams. He was working through pain. Okay, yet he still greeted crowds, inspired kids, spoke with terminally ill kids while fighting his own problems. Okay? This was inspirational. Okay? This is what it means to do something iconic. Just because he's an actor doesn't automatically make people feel some kind of way. He was an actor that actually made a difference to people. And there's a big thing about it. There's a big thing about it. He inspired kids by making the Black Panther appearances, okay? Because he was able to show a hero that looked like them. All right. He inspired others because he portrayed real life figures, okay, like Jackie Robinson and Thurgood Marshall, okay, to show and highlight these achievements and the strength of those people, okay? Those aren't fictional characters. Those are people. The Black Panther was a fictitious character, okay? You know, that's a comic book character. It is what it is. But he took all of that and pushed it forward, gave them strength, showed how power could be by someone that looked like you or I, okay? If you kind of look like me, I'm just saying. Not pigeonholing my audience or anything like that, okay? He became iconic because he was human. He cared enough to do his best. That's what people got to do. We all got to try to care enough to do our best. He was an actor. You didn't hear scandals. You didn't hear anything about him being difficult to work with. You didn't hear any issues, problems, or troubles. Everything you saw, he was on point. I wish I could be like that every day. Okay? Every day. I wish I could be like that. I'm not. I know I'm not. The thing about it is, you know, a lot of things, pictures surfaced on the internet. He was looking real skinny, not looking all hot. Some people thought it was for a role. Some people were clowning the way he was looking. And they didn't know what he was going through. He kept his circle close so that he could still be inspiring to others. Or he may have just been that private of a person. I don't know. But he did it the right way. Okay? He did it the way people need it. You know, there are a lot of people devastated. I mean, there's a lot of people devastated, but things will go on. He was human. Okay? We are here on loan. You know, we are here to do all the good things we can do, hopefully, and leave an impact on others that will have a lasting effect, that will have a lasting good effect. That's my thought. That's what I want to do. That's what I'm hoping that everyone takes from this. Okay? Now, here's the thing. This touched me. This whole thing touched me, but it wasn't because of his achievements. It was because I related to what he just did or what he went through. Okay? Because, you know, I can't express the condolences to his family more than just saying, you know, you'll get stronger. You'll draw upon what he's given you. Because my sister, roughly about 9 years ago, passed away of colon cancer, much like Chadwick Boseman, young. Okay, my sister was only 50. Chadwick Boseman was 43. That's young. That's real young. Okay, my sister was a nurse at a veterans hospital, and all while she was going through her treatment, while she was going through her stuff, she was still working, helping others. She worked through the chemo. She worked through the pain. She helped other people. She helped me. She inspired me. So doesn't that sound real familiar? Doesn't that sound super familiar to what Chadwick Boseman just did? That just shows you the strength of people. That shows you the resilience of people. That is how people motivate others to do good things. And I think the world today, sitting around 2020, we need good things. Okay? The news is miserable. Okay? Whether it's a natural man-made disaster, whether it's foolishness happening in the streets, you know, whether it's somebody getting hurt, we got to take these moments of, you know, where we can give to others. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm just saying. I mean, personally, I'm afraid every time I go to a doctor's appointment, okay, or if I feel differently one day to the next, okay, but I'm blessed because I open my eyes each morning and I get one more attempt to be iconic. Notice I'm using that word. I want to be iconic. I want to be an inspiration to a lot of people, but I'm going to do it one person at a time. I'm going to do it for my grandkids. All right. I want to be that person that they say, you know what? I want to be like him. I want to do what he did. He did the good things, you know? So, that's the deal. One good deed at a time. All right. We can achieve, we can fail, we could go viral, we could just sit back and be quiet in our own little way, but we could still be iconic in our actions and deeds to everyone, whether it's from work, whether it's, from play, whether it's just venting on the internet for other people. It is what it is. So think about this, okay? We're all on loan to this earth. 2020 is showing us that, okay? So what are you doing to become iconic? How are you touching others? How are you inspiring others? Fame does not make you iconic. Your positive actions and how you affect those around you do, okay? So let me ask you one more time, what makes you iconic? Hey, I don't have much to say. I mean, I just had to get that off my chest. It hit me. I got a clown. I still got the alcoholic beverage. I'm not giving up. But sometimes you got to address your own mortality. Sometimes you got to sit there and figure out, what are you really doing things for? What are you doing things for? I know why I do my podcast. My podcast helps me reach somebody. Okay? Now, as I say, I get people in here on the chat. There's one thing. We got one. And guess what? He's getting removed. Okay? He's getting removed. Why? Because he put some raggedy stuff inside my chat. We keep real talk, yo. Nobody acts a fool on my channel other than me. So it is what it is. I ain't even gonna mention the Joker name because I done removed his stuff. But anyway, hey, what's coming up this week on the podcast? What's coming up this week on goingfullnerd.com on YouTube? What's coming up? I got that New Mutants review for you. It is going to come out. It came out. I watched it. I'm not going to say anything about it. I got a whole video I got to do about that because I'm just going to say it. I'm also going to check out Tenet, folks. I'm gonna figure out a way to check out Tenet. I'm still scared to go to movie theaters, so it's gonna be something. It's gonna be something. But hey, it is what it is, folks. We're gonna keep this kind of short. I've got my youngest grandson visiting from Colorado, so I'm gonna play with the baby a little bit and do my thing. Okay? But as always, I'm going to go ahead and say this, okay? Just remember, if you can't say something nice to somebody, don't say anything at all. Send it to me via Twitter. I will say it for you. If you really want to hear the uncensored version of this, I will tell you. I will put a little comment on Twitter. I will do an audio comment on Twitter. I just don't want it on my YouTube channel. And I will address the statement made in my live stream chat that I am upset about. So anyway, peace, y'all. And I'm out of here. Let me hit that outro music. We got it. Let's go ahead and hit it. Let's get it on. I'm still fly. Let her know. The haters will hate me, but I don't care. Like you. Haters show up. From the inside out. So right now. Say it with your chest now. Say it with your chest.